Hey guys, Squeeze is here, and I want to introduce the new Barrel Strength Systems Wrist Mace. It's a wrist training device that is developed to give you more usable range of motion with more wrist exercises than you're able to get using a sledgehammer or other similar grip training devices. So let's walk through some features and how you're supposed to use this thing. The wrist mace comes with the wrist mace itself and two standard spring clips. This allows you to decrease the difficulty by moving the weight closer to the handle, or increase the difficulty by moving it further away, increasing the torque on your wrist. First exercise is pronations and supinations. So grabbing the ball with the weight facing up, you want it to pronate and out to supinate. All right, the second exercise is the front choke. So for the front choke, you'll be working the radial deviator. You want to hold the wrist mace by the ball with the weight out in front of you, and you should feel your radial deviators working. The next exercise is the rear choke. Just flip it around, hold the ball with the weight behind you, and you'll feel it on this side of your arm. Now the exercise that separates the wrist mace from the sledgehammer is wrist flexion and extension. So you take the wrist mace holding by the ball, and then have the weight facing away from your palm, flex upwards. You can also do this with it facing backwards. And then for wrist extension, grab with the weight facing away from your palm, lower the wrist, and extend it back up. Try to keep this forearm as vertical as possible. It doesn't take a lot of reps to start feeling this. So, one of the advantages that I didn't mention is the actual shape of the wrist mace being a ball allows you to have a more practical range of motion for your grip. If your fist is closed, it's easy to keep that tension while your wrist is moving around. But the further your hand opens, the more difficult it is to keep that tension. So, being more specific with your training by using the wrist mace, you're able to train to keep that pressure on your fingers while your wrist is moving through different ranges, which would be more valuable in things like thick bar training, where you're trying to curl the wrist, or arm wrestling, where you're holding onto someone's hand, which is much thicker than the handle of a sledgehammer. Grab a wrist mace and give it a try.